Years ago I was walking home from downtown and to the city on my way home with a friend. A Dollar General store was in the middle of a residential neighborhood. Like at the very end of a street between a side street and the rest of the block. I remember looking up and the inside of the store was not visible, completely dark in shadows, and the location of the store is just so bizarre to me. I tried to locate it on Google Maps and it's not there. I looked at every location in that area. I have no idea what this means and I'm probably just crazy, but it has weirdly been stuck in the back of my mind since it happened. I even mentioned it to my friend, saying that is a weird spot for a store, and I remember him weirdly laughing but not actually responding at all to it. Is there something about fake environments and a set to the Matrix theory? A few nights ago I was sitting in my armchair with my laptop, moving some files from it to a USB drive. I had it sitting on the armrest, and when I was done, I went to unplug the drive from my laptop, but it slipped out of my hand and dropped to the floor. I leaned over the side of the chair to grab it, but I didn't see it, so I got up to look for it under the chair. I couldn't find it for the life of me. I've searched the whole room like 6 times since then and I still haven't found it. It's effing bizarre. Anyone else ever had this experience? I dropped an entire bulb of elephant garlic while making pickles once. If people aren't familiar, this type of garlic can be as big as a fist. I never found it. Never. And in my cabin there wasn't anywhere for it to go, under a counter or something. My daughter was sitting at the table setting up her canning jars, adding spice, and heard it land. I don't know. It was just gone. It's possibly your daughter or someone else in the household found it later and threw it away without notifying you. Nope. My daughter would have definitely told me she found it. Just that kind of person. I'm the only one living here. It's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. Hi, I'm new to this sub and I looked at the rules and I think this is still okay to post. If not, just let me know and I can delete it or something. So 2 nights ago I woke up in the middle of the night to something hitting me in the head. I even have a bruise/bump on my forehead, but the thing is I have no idea what could have hit me. So I currently live in my car and I was car camping in a Cracker Barrel parking lot, they allow that. I usually go to bed relatively early and then get up early so that I can leave and not be in anyone's way the next day. So I went to bed at around 9 p.m. watched a couple YouTube videos and I was about to watch one more, but then decided not to because I'm trying to watch less, and instead just called it a night. It was probably around 10 p.m. when I fell asleep. My car is long enough that I can lay down fully on a simple makeshift mattress. I was sleeping on my back. To my left, below my shoulder from a lying down position, I have a suitcase with clothes and things, and on top of it a fold-out desk, which I basically use as a nightstand. So when I fell asleep I put my phone, keys, and wallet on the nightstand. So when I fell asleep I put my phone, keys, and wallet on the nightstand. And to my right, I had a small fan running because it gets super hot sleeping in a car at night. The best way to describe it is that I was shocked awake by something hitting me in the head and then in the teeth. It felt like something had fallen onto me because it felt like whatever it was then fell down in my right armpit. But since I'm in a tight space in a car, nothing could have fallen down on me. I couldn't have hit myself either because my left arm was wedged between my torso and the suitcase and my right arm was keeping the fan in place. I had to squirm around just to move my hands to check my face. I thought that it was my phone for some reason, so I started looking around to see if I could find it, but there was nothing there. It had felt like I had gotten hit by the corner of my phone. I couldn't find anything at all. Then I realized that it was still up on the nightstand where I had put it before falling asleep. When I turned it on to check the time, it even still had the YouTube video open that I decided not to watch. It was around 11:45 p.m. I have a rechargeable lantern, so I turned it on and I just couldn't find anything at all. I felt really uncomfortable, but there wasn't exactly anywhere I could go. As I was thinking about it, I started to remember what I was dreaming about, I guess. And I realized that the reason why I thought it was my phone is because I was dreaming that I was laying down and looking at my phone. You ever drop your phone on your face when lying down? I think that's what I did in my dream. It was as if I dropped the phone in my dream and brought it with me into real life to hit me in the face, but then it disappeared. This morning I spent about an hour looking for my favorite pair of shorts. I finally gave up and decided I'd wear a different pair. Except I couldn't find them either. I wore both pairs last week, so they had to be around somewhere. I asked the universe to give them back, said a prayer to Saint Anthony, and put on jeans. I left for class, figuring I just overlooked them somehow. After class, I started looking again. I took every single item out of my closet individually and put them all back in individually, and all I found was that I was missing more clothes, a shirt and a pair of pants. All 4 items I'm missing I had in my possession less than a week ago, I'm sure. So naturally, I was determined to find them. There's only so many places they could be, right? I live alone, which rules out thieving roommates. I went through my closet a second time, tore everything off my bed, and scoured every corner of my bathroom. I cleaned out my car and went through my dirty laundry basket nearly a dozen times. I pulled out couch cushions and checked my cat's hiding places. I've gone through every box and cabinet in my apartment on the off chance they got misplaced. 2 days ago I went to the laundromat, but I'm certain 3 of the 4 items I'm missing did not go with me, so even that explanation is flimsy. I did go back and check the laundromat anyway, nothing. In total, I've spent 4 hours searching to no avail. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I've checked everywhere I can think to check. They're simply gone. It's like they phased out of existence, and I'm praying they phase back in because I can't afford to replace them. Anyone else ever have this problem? My damn Tame Impala t-shirt from when I was 16. I did a photography shoot in it for college. I remember getting a bit of paint on it, watercolor so easy washed out, and then I put it in the wash immediately. Never ever saw it again. My family claims to never have seen it, but it was my absolute favorite top. I joked with my mom for years that she ruined it in the wash and disposed of the evidence. She insists I must have left it at a friend's house, but I was that kid that got homesick and never stayed out. I swear our memories are just from different realities. I don't know. I've long moved out of my family home and I took everything from my bedroom to my new house because I bought it myself, all furniture etc. If there was a time to find it, I was so hopeful it was then. Alas, it is still non-existent on this timeline. Everything in my room was taken apart, emptied, cleaned, and I moved all furniture in multiple trips in my own car. I will never ever forget this t-shirt because it genuinely vanished. Even recent friends know about this t-shirt because it gets me vexed, like how did it just disappear? I have a pair of pajamas that disappeared, reappeared, then disappeared, again. These pajamas are specially made to help you sleep cooler, when you're in perimenopause, or menopause, and having night sweats. I bought 2 pairs, same color, so I'd always have a pair to wear while washing the other. Was great for about 2 months, then suddenly, only 1 pair, searched everywhere, could not find the others anywhere. Lo and behold, almost a year later, they turned up, again, just saw them randomly folded up in my closet. Thing is, we weren't even living in the same apartment as we were when they disappeared. My husband, mother-in-law, and I were all baffled, and had no explanation. We ended up moving, again, shortly after that, to a house, and I made sure to pack both pairs of pajamas in the same box, because I didn't want to lose them, again. But guess what? When I unpacked the damn box, there was only 1 pair in there. That was back in December, so who knows, maybe they'll reappear once more. LOL. Edited to add, my mother-in-law still periodically asks me if they've shown back up, yet.